guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Janley. If you are new, I'm a personal trainer, but I like to make videos on a bunch of different things, so go check my channel out. Today's video is a little bit more personal because I'm going to be talking about my fitness journey, how that's going, changes that I've made mentally in the past few months, and just, yeah, I guess just like updates. So I never really keep my life or fitness journey like tracked on YouTube because I'm not like a popular big YouTuber, so I feel like there's no point in doing that. But I figured maybe someone will care, maybe it'll, you know, entertain someone, maybe it'll help someone, and if anything it'll help me because it's like having a diary there and I'm also like posting it up, so I'm keeping myself accountable when I'm bulking. So now, if you guys don't know me or you don't follow me on Instagram, you wouldn't know that I struggle a lot with eating enough. So this probably stems back to my eating disorder that I used to have, or eating disorders, and you know, I'm recovered, but I am a firm believer that you always do have something like lingering in your head, and even though I take control of it pretty well and I don't let those thoughts affect me, I think it has hindered my process in gaining weight, therefore as well gaining muscle during my fitness journey. Honestly, I've been bulking for like a year and a half. If you ask anybody, I'm always bulking, but I was doing it all wrong. I was trying to intuitively eat, but that yet again, I thought I was eating enough and I was only eating like 1,300 calories bulking. I know how to fuel your body. I know how to make muscle. Like, I am knowledgeable on all of this. I think I was just letting myself do this because I was somewhat holding on to my eating disorder in a way. I don't know. It just felt comfortable. I was still staying lean and I was just telling myself, oh, you're bulking, but I really wasn't. And it took, as stupid as it sounds, 2 Instagram accounts, 2 girls on Instagram, like these amazing women, to help me push through this mentality and to help me open my eyes and say, you know what, Janley, no, you're done playing games because the only person you're fooling is yourself. And those 2 people I will put down below. I will put their pictures up here. They deserve all the followers in the world because they genuinely help people, they genuinely inspire, in my opinion. And yeah, so anyway, these 2 ladies have talked about bulking in many occasions on their accounts, and I started following them because I thought that their bodies are amazing, and they have such good content in the sense that, like I said, they encouraged me to really look at how I'm eating and how I'm training, and then look at my goals and to see if the 2 are really matching up. And you know, they talked about how a lot of women, when we bulk until we feel like comfortable still. Like we try to stay as lean as possible because we're afraid of that fluff. We're afraid of people telling us like, oh, why are you gaining so much weight? We're afraid of the manly look. You're afraid of just not being your typical small sizes in clothing, not seeing the cuts, all of these things. You're afraid of the little belly pooch, and honestly, that's all understandable. But what these 2 ladies also said is you have to be okay with being uncomfortable for a little bit because you have to trust that process, and you have to, in order to grow, you need to push past this, you know? And I saw what they were like during their bulks, and they didn't look bad. They didn't look fluffy as heck. They looked amazing still, but I definitely saw where like they got to a point that was a little farther than most girls I've seen are willing to go. And this is not me trying to compare like who's better, who's worse, but I'm just saying this is why then when you see these girls when they're cut, they look like monsters, like in a great way. Like, I mean like good monsters, because they were willing to go farther than most people do. And for people who don't want that look, like that's cool, keep doing what you're doing, but I personally want a more like an intense, like big look. I want to go on stage and I want to have so much muscle. I want to like destroy the competition. So I was like, you can't do that if you keep training and eating the way you're doing. I want to feel uncomfortable. I want to see that gain. I've already noticed strength gains, which is so freaking cool. And I'm just excited to see how far I can push this. My goal is to compete hopefully at some point like later next year. I don't know how that's gonna go, but I just want to start getting to that place where I make more muscle. Like, I'm so ready for it. And yeah, that's the biggest change I've made in my diet. Now, as far as training, how I've changed that, well, I feel a completely new girl in the gym. I really do. I started lifting a lot heavier. I'm less afraid. I don't know what it was mentally before. I would go heavy and I would go hard, but I just was not going as heavy as I could, and I think it was because I was afraid of looking dumb. Now I'm not sacrificing form, and I'm not sacrificing, and I'm not being like dumb about my weight. Like, I'm not ego lifting, but I am pushing myself, and I'm like, you know what, if you fail at this lift, like, you're fine. If people see you fail, who cares? Like, you're improving yourself. And a quote or a saying that has stuck with me throughout this entire process has been, you grow through the discomfort. And that's true. You don't grow if you stay in a place where you're always comfortable. Life has been throwing that in my face. Another thing, I am deadlifting now. That was something I never used to do because I was afraid. I think I said I was afraid for like my back and like form and all of this as a cover up for not lifting or not deadlifting, just because I felt like everybody's watching when you deadlift, and like I didn't want to get judged. I didn't want to look dumb because I wasn't perfect and I wasn't that strong. But at the end of the day, I literally remember the first time I started deadlifting right now, and I remember I was just like looking around like, oh my god, I hope no one sees me. I had to convince myself that entire workout to keep going. I had to pause my camera because I guess like the lighting got too hot for it, but I'm going to try to remember where I was at. But yeah, stay tuned for the next video. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Comment if you have any suggestions for, you know, this phase of my video making, and any questions you may have. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. I'm slightly more active on there. And yeah, thank you so much. Bye.